Once you've recorded a script in KITE, it's very easy to go back in and modify the steps of your script, make changes to things as necessary. First thing I'm going to do here is open my script. I've got a script on my desktop here, White House script. And now that I've got it open, I see my steps on the left-hand side here. When you're modifying scripts in KITE, you select things up here in the script viewer window pane, and then the properties will come up in the bottom left. So if I look down here, this is the script properties editor in the bottom corner. So when I select something such as this, the page name for my first step here, I can change that value to, maybe I'll change it to home page, and it's that simple to modify something. Now that's just a best practice, is to make sure your page names in your KITE scripts are nice and brief. It just makes it better having shorter names for reading charts later on. Okay, so that's changing properties. If I click on Navigate To, there's a way to change the properties of that navigate command, get or post. And the properties are dependent on whatever the action is that I've selected. With this URL that I navigate to, whitehouse.gov, if I select that, I can certainly change the URL down here. I'm not going to do that, but this is how you modify things. You can also copy and paste actions or steps in KITE, and there's a clipboard in KITE that you can view. You go to the View tab to reveal the clipboard and open Views, and that'll let you pick Clipboard. Clipboard will probably come up for most people over on the right-hand side. You can dock it anywhere you like. My clipboard is down here in the bottom left window pane as well, and that shows whatever I copy will end up in the list, and I can go back and select things later. When you copy something, you don't have to go to the clipboard. If I copy this home page navigate, that goes onto the last spot on my clipboard. So now I could just go ahead and click down here on step 3. If I right-click step 3 and pick paste, it's going to inject that page 4 behind or after my page 3. So there's page 4 is now home page, navigate to whitehouse.gov. So it just duplicated that page, which is a pretty easy copy-paste. You can also copy and paste commands, so individual navigates. If I copy that, then right-click where I want to paste it, so in the page 4, I'd right-click and paste. And that's going to be a duplicate, obviously, but now I have 2 navigates in one step. You may or may not want to do that, but that's essentially how you can copy actions and duplicate them. Sometimes you may find you want to add a new step in KITE, and you can do that by right-clicking and picking Add Navigate. Now I right-clicked on a certain step here, which I'm going to add a navigate to, in which case it's going to put it into step 3. The follow link was already there, and I've now added another action. So a step can contain more than one action. Usually you will capture those when you're recording, but if you wanted to add a navigate in a step, you might be replacing this click and deleting that. So I right-click and delete. Now I could navigate directly to the URL for the page I want to visit, the judicial branch page. So I could paste the URL here, and that would be what we call a direct navigate. You can also add a new step to your script. If you go up to the top, click on the script name, which is the very top of your script viewer. If you right-click and pick Add Navigate, it's going to add an empty step at the bottom of your script. So now you see I've got page 4 home page. Page 5 is an empty navigate. So what I could do here is click the URL and paste the URL or type one in. I'm just going to type google.com. And now I've got another step. I'm going to go ahead and name that step. Maybe I'll call it Google Home. And then lastly, I've got this completion rule. So every page in a KITE script has a rule associated with it that gets captured when you record your script. Those rules are called completion events, and we'll talk about those later, but essentially the completion event has to have a value. So if you click yours and then add condition, this is a manually injecting a completion event. The default gets put in as download cycles 1, and that's fine in most cases, but essentially you have to make sure to add a completion event or your page won't know what to complete on. You also can reorder actions in your steps by right-clicking and moving things up or down. I could move up this navigate to, I might want to move that up to the prior step. So it's already at the top of step 4. What I would do is pick move up, and it should push it up to the end of step 3. So now I've done that, and I've got a cleanup to do here. I've got an empty navigate. I might right-click and delete that. So it's easy to clean your scripts up, make modifications after you've recorded, and reorder things. You can also reorder a page completely. Select the page name, move that up, and then push it up one position, and the other page drops one. And then once I'm done with all the changes I've made, I can go ahead and save my script, and I'm done. Thank you for watching.